Hello everyone, this is Gracie here. Now we'll be discussing illustration 10 from your performance management. So a company currently manufactures and sold 4 products. The details of the 4 product and relevant information are given below for a period. So there are products A, B, C, D. Output in units 120, 100, 80 and 120. Cost per unit is given. For direct materials, direct labor, machine hours per unit is given for A, B, C and D. And they have stated the 4 products are similar and are usually produced in production runs of 20 units and sold in batches of 10 units. The production overhead is currently absorbed by using machine hour rate, and the total of the production overhead for the period has been analyzed as follows. So they have given us the production overhead expenses. So machine department cost 10,430, production cost 5,250, stores receiving cost 3,600. Inspection and quality control cost 2,100, material handling and dispatches 4,620. You have ascertained the cost drivers to be used are as listed below for the overhead shown. Cost and cost drivers. So now these expenses are the activities which is performed, that is your machine department cost, production cost and the other costs which are the activities performed in your production department. And for this you need to check if they've given the cost drivers to calculate this cost per unit under activity based costing. So the next lines which has given you the cost drivers, they have stated setup cost, the cost driver for it is number of production runs. So where is your setup cost expenses here? So for your setup cost, it is number of production runs. So as for your setup cost, the cost driver is number of production runs, as they are not giving you clear information of setups, but as a cost driver is production runs, you will be taking the production cost for the setup cost as setup cost and use the cost driver of number of production runs. Next, they've given stores receiving and requisition raised. Stores receiving cost is there here 3,600 and the requisition for it is also raised. Then inspection and quality control cost. So inspection quality control cost is given, which is 2,100, and number of production run is being used as the base for it. Then material handling and dispatch cost is given 4,620. For that, orders produced is also orders produced is the cost driver. The number of requisition raised on the stores was 20 per each product, and the number of orders executed was 42, each order being for a batch of a product. So you are required to calculate the total cost for each product if all overhead costs are observed on a machine hour basis. To calculate the total cost for each product using activity based costing. So now please understand the question. So now when we are solving it, you will understand where to allocate what. So they have asked us to calculate first to calculate the total cost for each product if the overhead costs are observed on machine hour basis. So if the total cost is observed based on machine hour or labor hours, that means they have asked you to calculate based on the traditional method. And the second question is asking you to use activity based costing. So now first we will get into A calculation. So under your A calculation, your first step will be traditional method of costing. That is, first step is calculation of machine hours. So always the first step will be calculation of machine hour rate. So in the calculation of machine hour rate, total machine hour rate is equal to total overheads divided by machine hour. So as your total overhead is given in the question, that is 10,430 plus 5,250 plus 3,600 plus 2,100 plus 4,620 is your total overhead. So that is what we have calculated here, and total machine hours. So you need to check in the question if they have given the number of machine hours. So here in the question they have not stated directly what is the total machine hours, but they have given here machine hour per unit for A, B, C and D. For 1 unit how many hours is used is given here. So it takes for A for 1 unit 4 hours. Then how many units are produced by machine A? 120 units are produced. So 120 into 4. So 120 into 4, which will give you 480. So in the same way, here they have given machine hour for B. Per unit, for 1 unit it is 3. Then how many units are they producing? 100. So 100 into 3, which will give you 300. So 100 into 3, as you look into here, it is 300. So next is 2 for C it is machine hours is 2, and how many units are C producing? 80. So 80 into 2, which will give you 160. So you have got 160 here. Next for D, the number of machine hour is 3. So they have produced 120 units. So 120 into 3, which will give you 360. So you have got your 360. So the total of your total overheads, which is 26,000, divided by total number of machine hours, which you have got 1,200. So your per machine hour rate will be rupees 20. So as per in the traditional method, they are asking you to use machine hour as the method to use. So you have found out the cost per unit of machine hour. So based on this rate, you will find out your total overheads. So in your previous problem, they would have not given you the direct material and direct labor cost. But in this, we are going to prepare the cost sheet to find out what is the cost of the product. So as they have given us direct material, direct labor, we will find out prime cost. Then we will add up your production expenses to it. So as we are preparing the cost sheet, computation of total cost under traditional method. So particulars A, B, C and D. So direct material is given in the question, which is stated rupees, as they have clearly mentioned, cost per unit is this expenses. So direct material 40 is for 1 unit. So how many units are produced for A? 120. So 120 into 40, which will give you 3,360. Next, in the same way, direct material for B is 50. So 50 into 100, which will give you 5,000. Next, direct material for C is 30. So how many units they are produced? They are producing 80. So 80 into 30, which will give you 2,400. Next, for D, 60 is your direct material for 1 unit. So how many units they are producing? 120. So 120 into 60, which will give you 7,200. So next is your direct labor. So your direct labor per unit cost is given. So 120 into 28, which will give you 3,360. So in the same way, so direct material was 4,800, direct labor is 3,360. The same way for B, the direct labor is 21, number of units produced is 100, so which will give you 2,100. Then for C, number of units is 80 and the direct labor cost per unit is 14, so 18 into 14, which will give you 1,120. Next for D, direct labor is 21 and the number of units produced is 120. So 120 into 21, which will give you 2,520. So now if you add up your direct material and direct labor, it will give you your prime cost for all the for all the 4 products. So for A, we have got 8,160, for B 7,100, for C 3,520, for D we have got 9,720. Now we will add your production overhead. So as we know in your traditional method, how we add your production overhead is cost per machine hour into number of units. So here 20 rupees 20 is per machine hour. So number of units which is produced by A, when we multiply both not unit, number of machine hours, total number of machine hours used by A into cost per machine hour will give you the production overhead. So the number of machine hours which is being produced by A is 480. So you have already calculated your machine hour for each product here. So how did you get this? This you have got this as they have given you machine hour for 1 unit is 4, and for 1 unit for 120 units it will take 4 into 120, which will give you 480. So that is how you have got your number of machine hours. For A it's 480. So now to find out your production overhead, we need to multiply with the number of machine hours into cost per machine hour. So 480 into 20, which will give you 9,600. Next 300. 300 into 20, which will give you 6,000. Next 160. 160 into 20, which will give you 3,200. Next 360 for D into 20, which will give you 7,200. So you have got your total production overhead. Now we will add up all for A, B and C, D to get your total cost. For A, when we add your prime cost, that is 8,160 plus 9,600, you will get 17,760. For B, 7,100 plus 6,000, you will get 13,100. For C, 3,520 plus 3,200, you will be getting 6,720. Then for D, 9,720 plus 7,200, you will get 16,920. So this is your total cost for your in your traditional method. So we'll find out now the cost per unit. As you have got the total cost divided by number of units will give you your cost per unit according to your traditional method. So have they asked in the question to find out the cost per unit? Or they have only asked you to calculate the total cost for each product if all overheads are observed on machine hour basis. So they have asked only for total cost. So we will stop here. If they are asking for cost per unit, then you will divide by number of units. So next is according to activity based costing. So when you're calculating your activity based costing, the first step will always be to calculate your calculation of cost driver rates. So your first cost activity which is performed in your question is machine department cost. So machine department cost. So this is related to your machine. So the cost driver for it will always be machine hours. So now as your machine department cost is 10,320. So 10,320 divided by number of machine hours because it is related to machine. So 10,430 divided by 1,300. So the machine hours which you total up here, the total machine hour is 480 plus 300 plus 160 plus 360 will give you 1,300. So that is your total machine hours which you are using here, which will give you rupees 8.02 per machine hour. Next is your, according to the question, you have production cost which is 5,250. So 5,250 is your total production cost divided by, as you have given for production cost, for production cost which is your cost is setup cost for which number of production run. So number of production, as the number of production run is the cost driver, your production cost is nothing but your setup cost here. So please look into your cost driver. Cost is setup cost, but the cost driver which is given here is number of production runs. So here you don't have setup cost here. But looking into the cost driver, they are asked you to take the setup expenses as your production cost and use number of production run as your cost driver. So your setup cost or your production cost is same here as you have given number of production run as your cost driver for it. So now production cost is 5,250, number of production runs. In the question, if you look into here, they have only stated in this line about production run. What they have stated is the four products are similar and are usually produced in production run of 20 units. So they have mentioned in a production run 20 units are moved out. So now how many units is A producing? 120 units. But in production run of 20 units, they are usually produced as you have stated. The four products are similar and are usually produced in production runs of 20 units. So they are produced in one run. They produce 20 units. So now 120 units is produced here. So how many runs are going on? So one run in the sense at a shot might be in one day or when once. Might be a specific time period. In this specific time period, they are producing 20 units for one production run. So now for 120 units, how many production runs are going on? So how will you find out 120 units divided by 20 units? So you will get number of production run. So 120 divided by 20, you will be getting for A, the production run would be 6. So how did you get 6 here is 120 total number of units of A divided by for one production run 20 units are produced. Then for 120 units, how many production run is required? So 6 times if you run the machine, 120 units can be produced. So that is your production run amount where I'm sorry, number of production run you are found out. Next, for B, it is 100 units. Then for one run, it is 20 units. Then for 100 units, how many runs? So 100 divided by 20 will give you, as it is in the answer here, 100 divided by 20 will give you 5. So to produce 100 units, 5 production runs is required. Next, you have your 80. So 80 units are produced by C. As you have stated, for one production run, it is 20 units. Then for 80 units, how many production run is required? So 80 divided by 20, which will give you 4. So 4 production run is required to manufacture 80 units. So next for C, it is Next for C, it is 120 units. So it takes one production run for 20 units. Then for 120 units, how many production run is required? So 120 divided by 20, which will give you 6. So I hope you understood how did you get your production run. So this is your total production run. As a cost driver, production cost is production run. Because information about setup cost is not given, so production cost will be cost driver and the cost should be of the similar activity. So when the cost driver is production run, the cost also would be production cost. So 5,250 divided by the number of production run. So 5,250 divided by 21 will give you rupees 250 per production run. So next is your next activity. What is there in your question is stores receiving cost, which is 3,600. What is the cost driver for store receiving? Requisition raised. So have they given anything, any information about the requisition rates? Yes. The number of requisition rates in your question, the number of requisition rates on the stores was 20 per each product, and the number of orders executed was 42. So for each product they have given, not each unit. So please read the question properly. The number of requisition rates on the stores was 20 per each product. So for one product it is 20. So for one product it is 20. So we have here how many products. So it is 4 products. So 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus for A20, for B20, for C20 plus for D20. So which will give you 80. So total of your requisition raised is 80 requisition is raised for all the 4 products. So we are adding up 20 into 4, which is 80. So 3600 divided by 80, which will give you rupees 45 per requisition raised. Next is your, according to your question, next you have inspection and quality control. So for that, the base is number of production run. Do you have expenses of inspection and quality control cost? Yes, which is 2100. For that, what is the cost driver which you need to take? Number of production run. As we have already calculated the number of production run, which is 21 here, 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6. So as the inspection cost is 2100 divided by 21, which will give you rupees 100 per production run. So next you need to check what is the other expense. It is inspection and quality control, which is 2100. What is the cost driver for it? Inspection and stores receiving is done. For stores receiving, it was requisition rates. Next, for inspection and quality control is also done. Next is material handling and dispatch. For material handling and dispatch, it is 4620. The cost driver is for it is orders executed. So as they have given the information about orders executed. Yes. So here they have given, and the number of orders executed was 42. Each order being for a batch of a product. So the number of orders was executed is 42, and they mentioned each order being for a batch of a product. So if you look into the question, so here material handling and dispatch, which is 4620, and they have given you the total number of orders executed, and you can ask me how did you get 12, 10, 8 and 12 again. That calculation is in your question as they have stated here in this line. The 4 products are similar and are usually produced in a production run of 20 units and sold in batches of 10 units. So in batches of 10 units, and they have clearly stated here the number of orders executed was 42, each order being for a batch of a product. So each order is for a batch of product. So now, as it is for a batch of product, so each order will be executed or will be received based on the number of batches. So each order being for a batch of a product. So here they have given and sold in batch of 10 units. So orders executed in nothing but sales, which is sold at 10 units. And here also they have mentioned number of orders executed was 42 on a whole. So how is it executed? For each product, how is it executed is mentioned here. Each order being for a batch of a product. So in one batch, how many units they are selling? 10. Then for 120 units, how many batches are required? 120 divided by 10, which will give you 12. So that is how you have got your calculation here. 120 divided by 10, you will get 12. And next is 100. For B, number of units is 100. 100 divided by 10 will give you 10. And 80 divided by 10 will give you 8, and again 120 units for D divided by 10 units in one batch, which will give you 12 batches. So your total, if you add up, you will get up to 42. They have given you the total, you are just showing it for each product how many batches are being executed. So 4620 divided by 42 will give you rupees 110 per order. So now, as you have found out what is the cost per unit for each activity, now we will get into your cost sheet according to activity based costing. So in your cost sheet, second, computation of total cost of production under ABC method, particular ABCD, direct material and direct wages. As per the question, what is given in the question is cost per unit is given. 40 is your direct material, which you have already calculated in your traditional method. So the till prime cost, it would be same. When you add up your production overhead, as it is based on activities and cost drivers, it will be different. So till your prime cost, we will account the same, which will be 8,160, 7,100, 3,520, 9,720. Now we will add up our production overheads. So as you have already calculated your cost drivers, machine department cost, which is rupees 8, rupees 8. So rupees 8 is the machine department cost. And what is your machine department cost? Machine department cost is at rupees 8, as it is rupees 8.02 per machine hour. For machine department, what was the cost driver which you used? For your machine department, total number of machine hours is the cost driver. So you need to multiply with your total number of machine hour. For A, this is the total machine hour. Now you're showing it for A, B, C, D. So for A, how many machine hours was it? For A, it was 480 machine hours. So 480 into 3000, into 8.02 will give you 3850. Then for B, how many machine hours? 300. So 300 into cost per unit is how much? 8.02, which will give you 2406. Then for C, it is the total machine hours is 160. 160 into 8.02, which will give you 1283. Then for D, it is 360. 360 into 8.06, 8.02 will give you 2887. Next, production cost. For production cost, what was the cost driver you used? The production run. As per the question only, we have used the production run. So I hope you understood how did you get 6, 5, 4 and 6. So for A, it is 6 is the production runs. So now what is your production cost? Rupees 250. So for one run, it is 250. So for A, it is 6. So you will find out the cost. So 6 into 250 will give you 1500. For B, how many production runs? 5. So 5 into rupees 250 will give you 1250. For C, it is how much? 4. So 4 into 250 will give you 1000. Next for D is how much? For D, it is 6. 6 into 250 will give you 1500. Next, for stores receiving cost, the cost driver was requisition raised. So your requisition raised in the question is, as you have clearly stated, for each product it is 20. So for A, B, C, D, it would be 20. So 20 into 45 will be the requisition raised. So for all four, it would be same, because the cost driver requisition raised, as they have told in the question, as they have stated in the question, which states the number of requisition raised on the stores was 20 per each product. So 20 for all the products. So 20 into 45 will give you 900. Again for B also it is 20. 20 into 40 which will give you 900. And for C and D also it will be same. Next is your inspection cost. For your inspection cost, what is the cost driver is? Again, it is your production run. So that is nothing but 6, 5, 4 and 6. So 6 into 100 will give you 600. 5 into 100 will give you 500. Then 4 into 100 will give you 400. 6 into 100 will give you 600. Next is your material handling. So material handling dispatch based on your dispatch order. So which is the total order is 42. So why we have found out the orders for A, B, C, D is to show it in your cost sheet of your ABC. So for A, it is 12. So 12 into per material order cost is how much? Rupees 110. So 110 into 12 will give you 1320. Then 10 into 110 will give you, for B it is 1100. Then for C, 8 into 110 will give you 880. Then for D, 12 into 110 will give you 1320. So now we'll add up your prime cost plus all your production overhead based on each activity, which will give you 16,330. And for B, 7,100 plus all your production overheads, which will give you 13,256. Then for C, 3,520 prime cost plus all your production overhead will give you the total of 7,983. Then for D, prime cost of 9,720 plus 16,920, 9,720 plus all your production overhead will give you a total of 16,927.